Have you ever thought that the minecarts in Stardew Valley just weren't enough? Did you ever think that the paths around Pelican Town would look better littered with train tracks? Is your villain origin story streaking across Pelican Town, waking up the townies and totally not running them over with your train?
Oh my gosh, we've committed a sin. What did I do? I'm so sorry.
Well, have no fear. From today onward, you can torment the townies and take away their nice walking paths in exchange for fast travel that only you can use and the smell of metalworking steel. My goal with these train tracks is to make it all around Pelican Town and all around the Stardew Valley map without having to actually get out of the minecart and get back in it because walking. I'm thinking we want our farm to be like a big train station going in different directions, so we're gonna need to clear all of this. Okay, it's been 5 minutes and I just realized I'm literally still playing Stardew Valley Expanded and my arms hurt. This is gonna take forever. So we're gonna restart and we're gonna use something that's definitely part of the vanilla base game called an item spawner. And now the real fun begins. Anyway, now that the farm is clear, we can actually start laying out some train tracks. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of confused by the different types of tracks there are. Like, why are there multiple ones that go up and down and left and right? I guess these first up and down ones have like stop points, as do these first left and right ones. And then the other up and downs just continue without forcing you to stop. But it's really hard to tell the difference by visuals alone, to be honest. But now that I've laid out this little palette of different types of train tracks, I'm gonna pretend like I'm an expert. So let's give this a try. I think I want 4 train tracks. One of them's gonna go up from the farm into the back area before Robin's. One's gonna go right to the bus stop, and one's gonna go down to like Marnie's forest area. The left one's just gonna have to loop down into the bottom one, but we're just gonna see if this works first. And we're moving. It's real, it's happening. Oh, it just disappears when we get off too. Okay. We have like unlimited minecarts. This is so much better than Minecraft. And with that, we're off to the races. Is that the thing? Let's build all the way to the right here. I think we could pull off like a really loopy-loop thing around this little pond. This looks really nice. This looks really nice. Yes, yes. Okay, so now let's just see if it works. Everything's fine. And by fine, I mean not fine. But I think what happened here is that I put down a track with like a stop. There's like a little edge to it. So I think that's what's making the cart stop. So we're just gonna finagle this a little bit. And finally, it's working. Oh my God, look at us go. We can even zoom into the bus stop area and then out into town. This is the part of this mod that I was really most excited about. You can literally go from one part of the map to the other. You're not just contained to one map tile when you're building. So let's see if we can go from the bus stop to town and then back. Immediately, I'm having this problem where going from the bus stop to the town lands me on a tile that's actually a little bit lower than the tile I was on in the bus stop area. And then going from the town to the bus stop actually pushes me up a little bit by a tile. So going in that direction, I actually have to make the train track go down to go merge back into the main track. This is kind of strange, but I mean, I think it's just a part of the Stardew Valley map. It's not really the mod's problem. That's just like what happens when you go from this square to this square. So yeah, I think this is gonna be a little bit of a problem as we try to make our train tracks all around Stardew Valley / Pelican Town. But we can pull it off. We can pull it off. This is why all of these kinds of train tracks exist. At some point during this run, I figured that I would try to make the train station area / the whole area on my farm kind of carnival-like, but there isn't really a lot of mods for that. So instead I just settled for like this really pretty decorative mod with like trellis planters and stuff. So we're buying a bunch of stuff from Robin, and it turns out they can't stack in my inventory, so I can only grab so much. And let's try to decorate. I kind of want there to be like a train station area we can stand and then jump on the train. But these trellisings alongside the tracks are really nice too. And then I have all these big tables, so maybe we could have like a little dining area, like a little picnic area. And I'm really hecking excited about these little mushroom chairs. But to be completely honest, this kind of ended up being a mess. I still have parts of the ground that is tilled slash hoed and I didn't fix. And it just looks like a just big mess of like semi-nice things on a trash land. But you know, I tried, and maybe in the future we'll make a prettier version of this. But for now, we're just gonna do the zoomies. And if you see something pretty on your fast ride, you know, that's just a plus. Fun fact, I actually never played Stardew Valley before the sitting was added. I don't remember what patch that was, but I did buy Stardew Valley when it first came out and I didn't play until years later because I suck. But I know that you couldn't actually sit on seats and stuff in the first release. So now that I have this little mushroom mod and I can sit on them, you know, I'm just super spoiled. I didn't have to live through the days of not being able to sit on normal chairs, much less the mushroom seats. And with that, my first day of building is complete. We have successfully made a little train station on the farm, and it connects to the bus station area, and it even goes into the town area, and it can loop all the way back. You do have to hit R to start like reversing your train, but you know, once we have tracks all around town, we shouldn't have to really reverse. We can just, you know, take another path and go back. So I'm getting a little bit tired of my default character look. I'm gonna go ahead and cheat a bit and get the wizard to let me use the shrine to change my appearance, and let's keep building. All right, welcome back to day 2 of building. You can see I have my classic long white hair, as one does when they're a VTuber and not realistic. Anyway, and we're gonna try to go up into like the community center area, you know, like between the town and Robin's area. So let's see if we can make some little loopy loops and just, you know, get around town. Haley has decided to mock us today and just kind of watch our building happen. I did do this little loopy loop, kind of like a reverse S. I was thinking about going up to the children's like play park, but you know, we have a lot of building to do, so I don't think we need the train to stop at every single building or location. We just kind of needed to reach close enough, you know, close enough so that it feels like we're not cheating and just having like one tiny circle in the middle of town, but also not right at your doorstep. We just don't want to get any takedown notices for loud trains at 3 a.m. perhaps. One really nice thing I noticed at Robin's area is that I don't actually have to move toward where I'm building the train track. So as long as I can see it on the screen, I can build there. So now I can just build wherever I can see on the map and kind of place one kind of train track at a time. It's very nice. We're going very, very fast. And with a lot of planning and a little bit of luck, we can actually go from the Pelican Community Center up to Robin's, and it's working perfectly. We're gonna go ahead and put some railroad tracks between like your farm and the backside path to Robin's too. It's just like, I do use that path a lot in vanilla gameplay to get to Robin's, so it feels weird to leave it out, even though it's kind of a little area we could ignore. But we can connect the little background path area to the top of our train station, like the path going up on the farm. So I think it makes sense all in all. Once again, there's a little bit of a disconnect on which square you pop out of, going from the back path to Robin's and from Robin's to the back path. So we kind of have to make a train track that merges into the main train track, but we're getting used to it. I am getting very talented at this now. Taking you on a little time lapse, but we have successfully connected the back area to Robin's, to our main farm, to the main town, and up to Robin's again. So our loop is growing. It looks great. I decided to expand on the mountain area next, taking us all the way to the mines and making a little loopy loop because I actually don't have the quarry unlocked on this map. I could have just unlocked it, but you know, I think we're making enough train tracks. I think this is enough of an undertaking. If you really want to see more of an undertaking, we can always add to it later. The save file is safe in my files somewhere. But yes, we have a little loop-de-loop. One of the interesting things about running these minecars slash train cars is in order to make sure you're going the right direction, you have to hold down an arrow key when you get to where the path bridges. So it can actually get pretty confusing pretty quickly. And I do get confused on which path I'm gonna take if I don't hit the arrow key ahead of time, or like depending on which direction I'm facing on this screen or if I'm going too fast. But it's all in good chaos and good fun. And once we have everything connected, it's just gonna be even more chaos and more fun. Is she going back to the farm? Oh, that's a reverse. Is she going to the beach? Oh no, that's a left, not a right. We'll see. Honestly, building little tracks around town was probably the most fun. I had to think about where I wanted the trains to intersect or not intersect and where the little loops were. We ended up having some by the blacksmith and the museum, but then also some that kind of connects between the main town center and to the path to the museum and also down to the beach. The beach is kind of one big loop, but I think it's really cute. And we also had to, of course, go to Marnie's Ranch area. Building the little path in Marnie's Ranch area was also quite a trip. I really wanted to make sure we got to the little islands with the little bridges, and that means I had to build train tracks on the bridges. Thankfully that did work, even though you can't really see them visibly. And all in all, I honestly had a lot of fun building all of these train tracks. At first it was kind of frustrating. I couldn't figure out how things were working or why things weren't going. But by the end, I felt like a true expert. Like I could lay down track anywhere. Like any terrain could not stand in my way. And with that being said, we have completed all of the train tracks in Pelican Town / Stardew Valley. So come on a trip with me all around your lovely, heartwarming area, but this time on the zoomies. Thank you so much for watching me zoom around Pelican Town on a train. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing because I have a bunch of quirky video ideas for Stardew and other farming simulators soon. You can also catch me live on Twitch. I've been streaming a lot of strange Stardew stuff there. So that's always fun. And have a wonderful day. I will see you next time. Bye.